Welcome everybody to another great episode of What's in the Box. I am your host, GQ. Before we get started, I would like to invite everybody to subscribe.
Greetings, Exalted One.
Hit the notification bell, make sure you're getting notified every single time we upload a video. Also, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Search for Culture Junkies, you will find us. Also, if you feel so inclined, as they would say in John Wick, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Link also is at the bottom of the screen. We have a couple of different tiers for you to join in on and get involved and help us out. It would be a great bit of support, and we would definitely thank you for that. So, as you can see, I've got the gloves on. I've got the X-Acto knife here. And, you know the logo. Sideshow Collectibles. Sideshow. Send a check. So, we've got a very... as you can kind of see, I'm dressed a little bit differently than I normally would be. So that gives you a little bit of a hint of what's in this box here, something Star Wars related. So we're gonna go ahead and get right to it. This is one that a piece that I've actually had my eye on for a little while. And not too long after I got back from California, decided, you know what? It's kind of time to add this one to the collection. It's needed. It's, especially with the most recent Star Wars film that came out, so I think I've dropped enough clues, enough hints. Get this box out of the way. Might be able to see them through the plastic, but let's get everybody a better view here. This character was actually one of my, when I was a wee lad, one of my early Halloween costumes that I decided to partake in, but here we have the deluxe edition of Luke Skywalker from Sideshow. So, 6th scale, obviously his Return of the Jedi look, the all black and gray. So we're gonna go ahead and get this one opened up. Very cool box, got a good shot of the actual 6th scale figure itself displayed there in the box. Then they also have a slip card showing him in his indoor gear, which the reason he's a deluxe figure is you don't get just the Return of the Jedi final battle look. You actually get the look he had on indoor, and also I believe he comes with his cloak, so you can get what he looked like when he first went to Jabba's palace. So they actually give you 3 different looks. As you can see, he's got his poncho here. Of course, he's got his cloak, and they've got some additional gear underneath there as well. And they also have an additional head that you can use. So we'll, yeah, you know, guys know me by now. I will definitely get shots of all of this stuff. But let's go ahead and get him at least out of this box, take a look at him. Let's see here. As Sideshow always does, the likeness on this is insanely good. I mean, you're basically looking at Mark Hamill circa 1983 with this sculpt here. And yeah, they always, of course, protect all of their clothing and arms and all that other good stuff. He's a little bit angry. He's got both of his fists clenched here. So we'll of course get some different gear on him so we can see how he's looking and get some additional close-up shots of how he looks. But of course he comes with the usual assortment of hands. He's got kind of an almost gesturing hand, almost like a force push, force choke type thing like he used on the Gamorrean guards when he first showed up in Return of the Jedi. He's got a lightsaber holding hand, of course, because if he didn't have that, the figure wouldn't even be worth buying. And one hand to hold his blaster, which he actually does come with a blaster, because for those of you saying, oh, well, Jedi don't use blasters, well, Luke did use a blaster in Jabba's palace briefly. He stole it from a guard. It comes with his lightsaber hilt. Very, very good detailed likeness of that. Even has a little small piece of metal that lets you can hang it from his belt. His belt is actually in this box here. So yep, he's got another blaster hand and another force gesture hand. And for those of you wondering, hey, when he was on Endor, he had a little scout helmet. Well, they've taken care of that as well. They've actually given him a second head sculpt that has a non-removable helmet. So it's a perfect sculpt with the helmet. I'll obviously get some close-ups of that. So yeah, that's actually a really good addition. Get a whole second extra head there to use. And you've got even more hands over here in this box. All right, so this is definitely a deluxe figure. There's no doubt about that. Okay, let's see. It comes with a stand, of course. Star Wars logo on the bottom. Nothing about Luke Skywalker on the stand there. So it's just kind of a generic Star Wars stand. Comes with the Jedi belt, the little pouch and stuff that they normally have, and a little hook to hold that lightsaber, as is to be expected. It comes with a blaster. As I mentioned before, he stole a blaster from one of the guards and tried to take a shot at Jabba before getting dumped into the Sarlacc, I'm sorry, not the Sarlacc pit, into the Rancor pit. He has a battle damaged hand. So if you want to recreate that look for when he was on Jabba's sail barge and guard was down and he got shot, or at least his guard was down and he got shot by a guard. We've got a gloved hand, so of course that's a little bit more for the final confrontation once he decided to put a glove on when he meant to go meet with Yoda on Dagobah for the last time, and of course wore the right gloved hand through the rest of the movie. So this would be the hand that would be holding his lightsaber. And of course, he has a lightsaber blade. So it looks like what you do with this setup is you remove a piece from this lightsaber and attach this particular lightsaber blade. So the hilt has kind of double duty. So obviously we'll get some shots of that. And don't you dare. All right. So yeah, they've actually done a really good job on the side of the box looking at this, showing that he has the 3 different looks available inside this box. So that's actually a really cool touch. And I do like that they did that. So I always do get some shots of him in these different looks and in this different gear. Oh wow, it even has a little clasp on it, so it can kind of stay around and stay closed. But just for a little quick peek. Let's see here. Yeah, so you guys get the idea. You can get the cloak on him real quick, have him enter Jabba's palace. We'll get him with the indoor gear a little bit later. So again, for what's in the box, I am GQ. Want to thank you guys for joining me. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button.
I know there is good in you.
Hit the notification bell so you're notified every single time we put up a video. Also, consider going over to our Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Search Culture Junkies for each of those platforms. You will find us. You know, join in our Facebook. Facebook has got a lot of great, interesting discussion going on all day, every day. Also, consider becoming a Patreon. Support us through Patreon. Link is at the bottom of the screen. We've got different tiers of support. You guys can get actual shout outs during the video depending on the tier of support that you select. So, again, for what's in the box, I am GQ. This is the Sideshow Collectibles Sixth-scale Deluxe Edition of Luke Skywalker. I will see you guys next time.